Well, hi everybody, and welcome to another EBTV sports presentation. Tonight from East Brunswick High School, it is boys basketball as East Brunswick hosts South Brunswick in a Greater Middlesex Conference Red Division game. Hi, this is Jimmy Allinder, once again being joined by Phil Hill, once again.
Beat goes on.
Literally. Phil, this game with South Brunswick featuring a 3-5 East Brunswick team versus a 4-3 South Brunswick team is a pivotal game for both teams.
No doubt about it. And I would say both of these teams are pretty even and whatnot. South Brunswick may be a little bit more athletic. You got to remember, however, South Brunswick is the defending Red Division champ, the defending Central Jersey Group 4 champ, and actually they went to the finals and in Group 4 for the states before they lost to Linden. So they lost a lot of players. They lost the Soaries brothers. They lost Young. They lost a lot. But they got some talented players coming back. Namely, Armand Wilson is a very good one, and probably as talented an athlete as you're going to find in Middlesex County, and Mohamed Sanu, a tremendous football player, and just now losing his football legs, and his basketball is about to come around.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about East Brunswick and what they have.
East Brunswick, again, lost 5 starters from last year, lost 12 seniors from last year. They got Mello back this year. Scott Solsenberg has really been the leader for him, averaging about 10 points per game and doing a very solid job. I talked to Bo Henning, and he said a pleasant surprise has been Alec Mayo, the point guard. He's never played that position before, and he's done a very credible job for him thus far.
East Brunswick with Bo Henning, the coach, the 20th season. Boy, has it really gone fast. Anyway, this is
here, and you weren't great.
We're talking about an important game here with East Brunswick and South Brunswick. The teams are warming up, and we're going to be back with the tip-off right after this. All right, we are back here at East Brunswick High School Gymnasium, where tonight East Brunswick will host South Brunswick. And Phil, the starting lineups are being introduced.
Okay.
And let's listen in.
We'll both get to see him for the first time.
Okay. Sean Lease, that was Brett Binnix in front. '22, Armand Wilson, we talked about him.
Right.
And Sanu. Coached by Joe Holman.
Holman. First year coach.
Number 21, Ray Bryan. Number 11, Dustin Schold. Number 3, that's Alec Mayo. Number 54 is Scott Skolzenberg. And number 33 is Mike Mello. And we will get you familiarized with those names as we move on in the game. Rather spirited crowd here tonight.
I'll tell you,
the Wild Bunch is
the
really
Wild
alive.
Bunch is in rare form here, and but there seems to be a little buzz in the crowd there. Maybe it's just because it's Old Home Week, but no, people seem to be excited about this game.
Yeah, they do, and as we spoke of up top, that this is a pivotal game because right now it's the second week of January.
Right.
We're starting to take a look ahead at the qualifications for the state playoffs, and as you know, you have to have a 500 record, and so East Brunswick really needs to cash in on some wins here, and this is a winnable game.
It's a winnable game for both of them, and both of them are coming off holiday tournaments and looking towards the new year of making that stretch, not only for the counties, but the states and the counties as well. So you're right. Should be an interesting game. And
you mentioned we talked to Bo Henning, or listened in on him. I mean, he's really charged up. He's excited about this season. He's excited about this team, but he's really excited about what the future is going to be for East Brunswick.
That's right. And we'll talk about that a little later. But he won't admit it, but he's also got to be a little excited that his son Bobby Henning is an assistant coach on the South Brunswick bench. You got to feel something.
You betcha. All right. So Schold will, not Schold. That will be number 21, Bryan, jumping for East Brunswick against number 21, Toucher, for South Brunswick. And we are underway. Controlled by
Mayo.
Mayo, who has been surprisingly effective this year. Mayo at the top of the key, out front, shot up, off the rim. That was by number 11, Schuld. And South Brunswick comes up with the ball. This is Confessori, I believe. We'll call him that. Over to Wilson. We'll keep an eye on him. He's a deadly shooter.
Okay, Bears in man-to-man, stifling man-to-man.
Right. Lease. There's Wilson. Off the rim, won't go. Good defense by
with
Bryant.
The rebound.
Yep. Here we go. That's Mello with it at the top of the key. And an errant pass is going to be a backcourt.
Okay, first turnover of the game, and it goes to the Bears.
No score here with 7:11 to go in the first quarter of play. You know, with Bobby Henning as an assistant coach, you know this team is going to be well drilled.
That's for sure.
Holman readily admitted that.
That's
Henning
for sure.
has a lot to do with this team. In the corner for South Brunswick. Open shot. Will not go. And Stolzenberg comes down with the rebound.
Mello
Penetrates, but will not take it. That's Mayo. Back out. And a shot.
Ooh.
Good. And he was fouled.
Wow.
That was Schuld on the three-pointer. We got a, what are they calling here?
4-point. Oh, what they call offensive? Mercy.
And there's no points on the board either.
Bo Henning is shocked and whatnot.
That had the chance of being a 4-point play.
Right. They took the three-point basket away and no foul and no points.
That's amazing. And a shot up and good on a layup by number 21.
That's Teschner.
Yeah, Tusher.
Tusher, okay.
Tucher. And South Brunswick takes a 2-0 lead. That's the first points with 6:19 to go in the first quarter. Brian,
he walked.
There's a walk by Schuld.
Took that one back step there.
So they got 2 turnovers for East Brunswick. That's not what Coach Henning wanted to see. And by the way, we have him mic'd up, so we'll get to hear firsthand what his thoughts are in the huddle. 2-0 for the favor of the Vikings.
Okay, token pressure by Mayo.
Confessori brings it up. At the top of the key is Lease. There's Wilson with an open look. Takes it to the board, will not go. And that's going to be East Brunswick's duty, is to control those boards as much as possible, because there is a height disadvantage, Phil.
Brian doing a good job there, getting that rebound.
Mayo over to that's Stolzenberg.
Ooh, he's a load.
No foul, they say. I'll tell you what, there was more contact there than there was on the other one where they didn't give the points. Confessori tries to penetrate. Back out to Wilson. He's going to go. And defensively, Stolzenberg has been doing a nice job on Wilson.
Mello just a shove in the back right there.
All right.
Excuse me, they didn't give it to Mello. They gave it to
Schuld?
Yes.
So I'm trying to figure out, why is this foul not on the board for the last time? A foul there. Stolzenberg gets hammered.
That's Mello. Mike Mello driving hard there.
I'm sorry.
Number 33, and draws the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I was confusing Stolzenberg with Mello.
They're
apologies.
both big bodies.
Straight. Yeah.
You took a look at Mike Mello while he's on the line there, 6'1" senior. And I remember Mike from last year, and he's just played a little bit out of control this year, but he's been a big contributor.
Sinks the first.
Mello with 11 points against Asbury Park and 14 points against Colonia.
Shot up and good. So we have a tie score, 2-2. South Brunswick inbounding. They got some decent height.
They do.
Confessori across the line. Looking inside, off the hands. Put up and tapped away by Wilson. Excuse me, that's not Wilson, that's Sanu. And a good tap by Mayo. controls, beautiful feed. Will not go.
Oh, I tell you.
Nice steal right there.
Brian trying to draw the foul. To no avail.
And back comes Wilson for South Brunswick. Over in the corner to Confessori. He looks to penetrate. Pulls up, and they got an up and down. A nice defensive play by Mayo.
Mayo, I tell you, I like Mayo. Slightly built and whatnot, but very quick and whatnot.
It was not a travel. It was a
up and down.
Up and down. Okay. So, why are they awarding the ball to South Brunswick?
South Brunswick had the ball and went, and up and down. It goes back to South Brunswick.
Okay. It's like a tie-up.
Possession.
And a shot up and good by Tucker. That's his second field goal, and he has all the points for South Brunswick. They have a 4-2 lead. Mello penetrates. Back out. Shot will not go. That was by Schuld.
Okay, and Toucher down with the rebound.
Down to under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. South Brunswick holding on to a 4-2 lead. Wilson, shot no good. Here comes the Bears. Mayo inside. Beautiful shot.
I'll tell you, nice assist by Brian.
And we are tied once more, 4-4. Again, a very spirited crowd tonight. A lot of noise.
Oh, Mayo got away with the reach round.
Confessori.
And he puts it down.
Bounces it off the rim, and he puts it in. 6-4, South Brunswick. Mello to the middle. He's held by Wilson, they say. Armand's first foul, second team.
Wow.
Phil, I'm still trying to figure out that three-point shot that was not good. It must have been a traveling or something like that.
I don't understand it, that's for sure.
Because no foul was posted on the board.
But we got Dan Sullivan coming in for the Bears. Let's see who else we have out there.
Sullivan in, and
Tucci.
Number 22, Tucci. Stolzenberg with it. All righty, that's Sullivan. A little hard on the pass. And that went off the hands of number 35. That's Kevin Johnson, also in the game.
Okay, good.
Confessori, he's been in all the way as the so-called quarterback for South Brunswick. Pass inside.
And Johnson steals it.
Yeah, a little long on that pass. They tried, but it would not go.
Too far under.
Sullivan tried to put that up. Back and forth. There's Confessori. No good. Tucci with the rebound.
Both teams running, not hitting though.
Bounce pass inside to Stolzenberg. Off the board, it will not go. 6-4, South Brunswick. 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Bounces around. Sanu, he penetrates. And what are they going to call? A blocking foul.
Okay.
That would be Stolzenberg's first foul. Second team.
Okay, we got Chris Weir coming in for the Vikings.
Penetration by Confessori.
Oh, nice move.
And right away, the score is 8-4. 2 minutes to go in the quarter.
And I think the Bears has got to slow it down a little bit and make sure they get a good shot.
Okay. Sanu tapped that off.
They've had the open shots, but they've been rushing them.
All right, more substitutions for the Bears. Number 25. That's I'm having trouble with that. Kurdak? Kurdal? Kurdal.
Quidell.
Okay, thank you.
Night.
Bounce pass, a little too long, and it's stolen. Some errors here by East Brunswick in the ladder going. Inside in the corner. Penetration will not go. Bounces around, however, and an opportunistic rebound by Tusher results in a foul by East Brunswick. And that foul was on Sullivan, his first.
And you see Tusher, Jordan Tusher, a 6'5" senior, going to the line, coming off a 13-point performance against Old Bridge.
Shot off the rim and in. So Tusher leads all scorers with 5 points. He has another foul shot.
And Jim, it's a little deceiving that a lot of these guys are new for South Brunswick. What happened was they blew out so many teams because they were so good last year that a lot of these guys got plenty of time to play anyway.
I understand. It is 10-4 now as Tusher hits the second. South Brunswick holding on to the lead. Bounce pass inside. Good shot. Good shot, good pass.
Okay.
And Mello converts to make it 10-6, South Brunswick.
Good dish, good swish.
Wilson, and what are they going to call here? Blocking foul. Actually, a moving pick on South Brunswick. That foul was on Tusher, so he picks up his first. That is the third team foul. Both teams with three fouls.
Okay, Dustin Schultz bringing up the ball.
And under a minute to go, so Bears would like to get narrow this gap. They're down by 4, 10-6. Mello penetrates, pulls up, a little strong. And down with it comes Sanu, and he's fouled. Sullivan with his second.
And fourth team foul for the Bears.
So Sullivan will take a seat. We've been non-stop here in this game. We're in the first quarter. South Brunswick 10 and East Brunswick 6. Confessori, he has been bringing it up the entire game. Nice pass inside, but doesn't look like Chris Weir was expecting the pass. He
wasn't expecting it, but Sanu had a little bit on it and whatnot. Of course, Sanu is known for passing, an outstanding quarterback for the South Brunswick Vikings. And if I get a chance, I'll talk about him a little bit later.
All right, Schuld in the game again. He brings the ball up. Stolzenberg, cross court to Cordell. Stolen away by Confessori.
Wow, no foul.
They call no foul. Tucci with a good defense there. Penetration, got to put it up. And I don't think Cordell got it off in time. It didn't go anyway.
Okay, Mello with a nice move.
At the end of one quarter of play, South Brunswick 10 and East Brunswick 6. And as we had mentioned, we do have Bo Henning mic'd up. So let's listen in on him as the first quarter concludes.
Hey, yo, it's a fast pace. It's a pace we want. Listen to me. It's the pace we want. Okay? Fellas, if you don't go to the offensive boards in that entire time, they're just resting. They're just resting. Go strong to don't have any spectators out here, okay? All right. When we score, don't forget to push up defensively. Just be hard to play against. You've got to steal a ball all night. In fact, I'd rather the whistles don't blow. Be hard to play against. Now we get down in this end, you better be a little sounder about getting in the help when the ball's away from you, okay? All right, we haven't that much trouble starting our offense. Yeah, that pass was just too long, right? We gotta make sure that we shorten the pass to someone. Play from the three-point line and out. All right, let's run a off the inbounds. I want to see what happens if we run top of the head. Okay, let's try and run top of the head here. Raise in from Mike. Make sure you're matched up.
Well, Jim, I'm sort of surprised to hear Bo Henning say it's at the tempo that we want and whatnot. I was suggesting that maybe they need to take a little bit off it. They're sort of playing the same game that South Brunswick is. I thought South Brunswick was sort of setting the tempo. They're going back and forth at each other. If they slow it down a little bit, I think they get a better shot. But Bo Henning says they're right where the pace they wanted. They just got to make the baskets.
All right, there's another turnover. East Brunswick's had trouble handling the ball.
Wilson,
and they're going to call a charge. And it's his second.
And Wilson came down nonchalantly, left his feet, and
it's kind of lazy play, wasn't it?
Well, it was a cool play, so to speak, and whatnot. You know, Actually, he could have been looking off to someone there.
All right, Bears down 10-6 as we begin the second quarter of play.
Both teams at 14 fouls.
And Schold will bring the ball up. Compulsory, a little. What are they going to call here?
They're calling a foul on number 3.
Okay.
On Schold, on
Mayo.
No,
oh, excuse me, not Mayo. That's Weir.
Chris Weir.
5th team foul. And, okay, here comes the substitutes again. Mayo back in the game. He's been a spark plug for the Bears. Stolzenberg gives it to Bryan. He penetrates. And another foul called.
Reaching by Confessor.
Right. Confessori picks up his first.
You say Confessori, I say Confessor.
Whatever.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Yeah. 16 fouls, so East Brunswick will be in the bonus at next foul. Schold. Bounce pass to Stolzenberg, but knocked away.
Once again, a steal by the Vikings.
Yeah, this too many turnovers is the name of the first half for East Brunswick. They haven't even gotten shots up, Phil.
That's the point.
Sanu. Inside to Weir. There is Toucher, and he hits. And he's a player.
I'll tell you, he's been the leader thus far.
He's got 8 points, 8 of the 12 points, and South Brunswick has once again doubled the lead. It's 12-6. Mello tries to do a turnaround, won't go. Nice rebound by Bryan. Puts it up and in.
Strong move.
Yep.
Ray Bryan.
12-8, South Brunswick. Bears have pretty much been behind this whole game. 6:30 to go in the second quarter. Toucher gives it to Sanu. He's got an opening and puts it home. His first points. 14-8. Vikings on top. Long shot by Mello. Will not go. Bryan, a second strong rebound. Puts it up. Won't go.
Good block out by Toucher.
Confessori looks to Sanu inside. And open out here is number 5. That's Ross.
And we might get a timeout.
Exactly. 16-8. Too many open shots here as East Brunswick tries to put pressure on the other side. All right, let's see what Henning has to say.
Easy to play against, I'm telling you. We score, we back up. Let it come in real easy, they come up comfortably. They score, we take our time taking it out. Boys, you've got to push the tempo. They're 6'5", 6'5", they're bigger. They're more athletic, but if it gets where they're tired, now they're our side, okay? Just because I say look inside does not mean throw it. Okay, you should catch and look in every time you get it. He had him sealed. I yell, hey, look inside. Now he adjusts. Come on, damn it. Oh.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, my bad.
Is that a matchup we can stay with, Scott?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'll just play tighter.
All right, hey, listen to me. I want to curl off of one guard read. Curl off one guard.
All right, Phil. It's obvious that the reason why Henning wants this up-tempo is because he believes that those big bodies are going to tire out.
Well, he may know something that we don't know. Right now, they're looking as fresh as the Bears are looking, and they're running a little better than the Bears are running right now.
It is only this early in the second quarter,
That's for
so
sure.
We'll have to see what happens here. Mayo with it. Gives to Schold. He had an open look for a second. Stolzenberg goes to the middle, puts it up the board, no good.
And when that's what I'm talking about when I say rushing their shots and whatnot. I think they got to take a little bit off and just make sure they have a good shot.
Mayo puts his hand in, and South Brunswick recovers. I got to tell you, considering there's no shot clock in high school basketball, it's amazing how many turnovers we see by the players rushing the ball.
That's right.
Toucher back over to Weir. Puts it up and in.
I'll tell you.
And they're on a bit of a run here now. South Brunswick is 18-8, 10-point margin. Mello. Bryan over to Mayo. Inside to Stolzenberg. He's scoreless, by the way. Shot up and in by Mayo.
That's a three-pointer.
They needed that one. And it's 18-11. Inside. And stolen by Stolzenberg. Mello goes cross court to Mayo. He's got an open look. And hits
mercy.
Another three-pointer.
I'll tell you.
2 3-pointers by Alec Mayo suddenly makes the game 18-14, and South Brunswick calls timeout.
And I'll tell you, Mayo can put up them three-pointers. He put up 4 3-pointers against J.P. Stevens as he scored 16 points. So if you get him hot, he's like microwave. Once he heats up, no telling what.
You know, Phil, one thing that I've noticed is that East Brunswick has been substituting more freely than South Brunswick. So perhaps that's part of the strategy, is to keep the ball pushing up, looking for the good shot, and try to tire him out.
I'm sure, and Bo Henning pretty much said as much. He's, you know, you got to respect Bo. His 20th season here. There's probably not a better tactician than Bo Henning, and if he believes that this is the way to go to keep running, and it's going to pay off in the end, then perhaps we'll see.
And curiously, the leading scorer on the East Brunswick Bears, Scott Stolzenberg, almost 10 points per game, has not put anything in. He hasn't had a lot of shots either.
Scott's got bigger bodies on him and whatnot, and he's been sort of doing a turnaround, forcing it up and whatnot, just hasn't putting it down yet.
All right. South Brunswick looks inside. That's Weir. Gives it to Ross. Shot up off the rim. Won't go, and Bears down with it. Mello now taking the ball up for the Bears. And they're going to call
turned
it over.
Mercy.
That was a tough call.
I'll tell you, from the offside official, that's Bo didn't say anything, but the official furthest from the ball called that. Maybe he had a better view.
All right, Brett Pinnix now bringing the ball up for South Brunswick, and he gets a good shot off. Gets his own rebound, hits the back of the board, and they're going to say off South Brunswick.
And I tell you, the Bears certainly, you know, they're right in this game here. Again, I still feel just taking a little bit off, and a good selection, a better selection.
Mayo gets cross court. He can handle the ball, can he not? Shot won't go. Stolzenberg tried to go over the top. Pinnix called for steps. And another turnover.
That's Vito Ross there. Pinnix with the good pass.
Right.
Ross with the shuffling his feet. He's coming back out of the game.
And Sanu will come in to replace Pinnix. Check that. That was Ross that came out.
Right.
Yeah. Mayo. Here's to Tucci. He's back in the game. Mayo, quick look. Bryan back in the game. All right, East Brunswick's playing a little slow down here, Phil.
They took a little bit off here.
And Tucci gets the open look and hits a three.
And that's what I'm talking about, Jimmy.
Yes. And the score now, after a 10-point lead, is 18-17. East Brunswick on a 9-0 run.
Right, they slowed it down and they got a better shot. And
3 3-pointers in a row.
Okay.
Sanu, top of the key.
Mayo almost a steal.
Pinnix, and that's Toucher at the top of the rim, and another turnover. Not a turnover, but a ball that bounced off the rim, and East Brunswick will get the ball. Confessori back in the game now for South Brunswick. And more substitutions for the Bears. We see Bryan, Mayo,
Kevin
Johnson back in the game, Stolzenberg, and Tucci for the Bears. All right, the East Brunswick Bears can take their first lead of the game, and we got a foul called, and that will be a one-on-one situation for East Brunswick.
And I'll tell you, you have the Old Bridge coach there. He's not happy about it. Joe Holman lifting his hand saying, what kind of call is that? Nevertheless, Kevin Johnson will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
And Johnson really has only been to the line twice this year, hitting one. Misses the open end of the 1-on-1, so the opportunity to tie this game or go ahead falls by the wayside, at least temporarily. 18-17, South Brunswick, 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the half. Steal by Mayo. He's ahead of the field, Sanu behind him. And Mayo puts it home, and East Brunswick has its first lead of the game.
How quick is he?
19-18. He has 10 points to lead East Brunswick. Toucher with it. He wants to bring it home, and comes up short. Bounces around. Sanu with it. And Confessori slows it down a bit. Penetrates. And what are they going to call? Foul by Mayo before the shot.
On the reach in there.
Yeah. And that is East Brunswick's 4th foul, so they still have 1 to give.
I think he's shooting, Jim. He was.
It was a shooting foul, I'm
right.
sorry. That was 5th team foul for East Brunswick. Mayo with his 1st foul. So Confessori go to the line.
And Confessori coming off a 9-point performance against Old Bridge. At the line with 4 points right now.
Shot up and good. We are tied, 19 all. All right, Brian will take a seat while Codell comes into the game. And ball bounces off the rim, won't go, so we remain tied with 1:35 to go in the first half. Mayo looks to penetrate, and they're going to call a moving pick on Stolzenberg, his 2nd foul. That's the 6th team foul, so we'll be in the bonus next time. Sullivan in. A lot of substitutions for East Brunswick.
That's for sure.
Try to keep track of them, but sometimes it's difficult.
They got the big boys in there that got Codell and Sullivan in at the same time, giving them, trying to match up with that height that the Vikings have.
So with 1:30 to go, South Brunswick with the ball. We are tied, 19-19. Sanu being guarded by Mello. That's Buckner in the game for South Brunswick. We haven't seen him. Confessori thought he lost the handle. Mayo put his hand in there and
he put his hand in there. However, the Vikings will maintain control.
Inbounds, Confessori with it, top of the key. Looks to give it to Sanu. He drives and will not go. Down with the rebound comes Mello. So East Brunswick with under a minute to play in this 2nd quarter, tied with South Brunswick. They were down by 10 points at one time, Phil. They came back with a 9-0 run, actually a 11-0 run to take the lead. East Brunswick taking its time.
Good defense by the Vikings.
Codell gives it back to Mayo. East Brunswick with 30 seconds now. They can take their time.
And
could be playing for 1 now.
I'm sure they're playing for 1 now.
Mello. And they're going to call a block and foul, and Mello will go to the line.
And Mello sort of drew that foul himself.
Was that on Buckner? No, it was on Sanu, who picks up his 2nd foul. So you got Sanu, you've got Tuckner, and you've got Wilson with 2 fouls each.
And Mike Mello, a 6'1" senior, going to the foul line for the 3rd time tonight.
He's by far gone to the line the most. He's a 61% foul shooter and will not go in. So East Brunswick losing again an opportunity with under 10 seconds to go. Looks like South Brunswick's going to get the last shot here. Buckner puts it up. That's a rainbow. Will not go. And with 1 second left, they're going to say South Brunswick ball.
And Bo Henning is beside himself.
They're going to call. I thought they're going to call timeout.
There's only 1 second, so the Vikings are going to have to try to get something up very quick.
And Wilson is inserted into the game underneath the basket. You got to figure he might be in the play. So they got to guard him tightly. Ooh. And good play by Tucci.
Okay.
And that's precisely what happened.
Instincts.
So that is the end of the first half of play. We have 2 quarters in the books and another half to go. The score is 19-19, kind of like what we thought it would be, Phil.
Well, kind of like what Bo Henning knew it would be. We were complaining about the fact that they should slow down the tempo and whatnot. He insists that they keep up the tempo and whatnot, and they're right. They're not only right in this game, they're even tied up 19-all. So rather tenacious.
All right, in front of us, we've got a bevy of activity going on here as the cheerleaders bring out mats. In addition, we're going to be honoring the boys tennis team, the boys golf team, and the championship boys volleyball team. We're going to mention their names. So I'll tell you what, let's take a quick break, and then when the activity resumes, we'll be back with you. All right, we are at halftime at East Brunswick's game with South Brunswick. Score tied, but we're going to be honoring some of the fall sports teams. And we are first going to honor I believe, the volleyball team, Phil?
No, 11-0. Volleyball plays more than that.
Yes, they do. Okay, this is the golf team.
Okay.
So this is the team from the spring.
Okay.
With an overall record of 11-1 and division record of 11-0. First one was Vincent. Well, I'm just reading names here. I'm sorry if we don't have them in order, but I'm going to just name all the players.
Okay.
Vincent Devich, Andrew Heiberger, Jason Henning, David Kafian, Steve Quay, Ryan Lewis, Yang Yup Lim, Justin Litowitz, Benjamin Rosen, and Gene Yang. Those are the members of the golf team, and I apologize for not having them in order.
And the coach of that team is Bo Henning, I believe.
Along with Reggie Carney.
Okay.
Who is not in attendance tonight. Next, let's see what we got here.
We'd also like to recognize the boys volleyball team.
This would be the volleyball team who you talk about accomplishment. GMC conference champions, GMC tournament champions, state sectional champions, and overall state champions.
And we've gotten
29-2.
We've gotten used to that. East Brunswick is one of the volleyball capitals of New Jersey.
Greg Rutz, the coach, along with Anthony Alexander, and the letter winners are, of course, this is the manager, Jane Azarnero, Brian Geiser,
Eric Corpus.
We'll name the players as well. Kyle Barry, Eric Corpus, we mentioned Geiser, Travis Heilman, Daniel Corton, Michael Caval, John McLaughlin, Julian Millian, Brian Murphy, Christian Portera, Alex Wrigley, Samir Sood, and Gregory Sigarik. And that is the boys volleyball team.
And they were truly an outstanding team.
Last, I believe the boys tennis team is going to be honored.
Maybe not.
Well, let's check.
I think that might be it.
Well, we were scheduled to have the boys tennis team, but apparently either a miscommunication, we will not delve into it.
Okay.
And okay, so that quick ceremony is quickly over, and we're going to take a break now. We'll be back with the second half action right after this. All right, we are back here at East Brunswick High School, where we're involved in an exciting game between East Brunswick and South Brunswick. And as both Brunswick are playing, naturally they're tied, 19 apiece. Phil Hill and I'm Jimmy Allinder. So, Phil, a little bit of scoring, not a lot. It's kind of bunched together. Mayo has 10 points to lead East Brunswick, and Jordan Tutcher has 8 points to lead South Brunswick.
Okay.
And saddled with 2 fouls each for East South Brunswick is Tutcher, Armand Wilson, and Mo Sanu. And the only, actually 2 players, Scott Stolzenberg and Dan Sullivan, have 2 each for East Brunswick. So let's get ready for a good second half here and see if Bo Henning talked about them being tired, getting them tired. Let's see if that happens.
Okay.
South Brunswick inbounds, and Confessori is the playmaker for the Vikings. And let's see what adjustments that the Vikings made. Wilson back in the game, and he pulls up and hits one to give the lead.
And that's his
to
first
South Brunswick. Yeah, first 2 points of the game.
He's their leading scorer, so you don't want him to heat up.
21-19, Vikings ahead. You've got Mayo, Schude, Bryan, Stolzenberg, and Mello. Schold, I'm sorry. Bounce pass, and who did it go off of? South Brunswick, they say. So the Bears will inbounds.
Well, Stolzenberg trying to pinpoint one in there.
He is scoreless. You talk about the leading scorer. Shot will not go to the heart. Board went Stolzenberg, but he couldn't get it. Sanu came down with it. Confessori in the corner here is Wilson. He pulls up again, and this time it doesn't fall.
Mello with the rebound.
And almost turnover. Bryan with it, puts it up and in.
Good look.
And we are once again tied, 21-all. Some good crowd noise here by the Wild Bunch.
Okay. Again, Mayo with token pressure on Confessor.
Toucher. To Sanu, into Wilson, and puts it home.
I'll tell you, good
so he's
movement.
getting more involved in the offense here.
A nice give back by Sanu.
And they will charge that foul to who? Well, they're going to say it's on Schold, who picks up his second, first of the half for East Brunswick.
And I'll tell you, as you look at Armand Wilson, a 6'3" senior, I say, you don't want him to heat up. He scored 27 points in a triple overtime against Piscataway.
Wow. Well, his three-pointer now makes it 24-21, South Brunswick. Mayo sets up shop. East Brunswick patient here. Mayo takes a three-pointer, will not go. A little rushed on that shot.
That's for sure.
And down with the ball comes the Vikings. Sanu pulls up. And Stolzenberg with a rebound ahead of the field. Oh, and a nice steal by Confessori. And then Mayo takes it back, and we got a jump ball.
And I'll tell you, Bryan, Mayo again, just putting himself in there. Confessor trying to muscle him, but Mayo's right there.
Possession arrow to the Bears. So they'll get it back. Mayo cross court. Out to Tucci, who's in the game. Penetrates. And a nice feed off to Bryan, who puts it home. He's had a couple of good looks up underneath.
And Bryan's been getting all of his baskets just like that.
But give the credit to Tucci, who was able to penetrate.
6 points for Bryan.
24-23, South Brunswick. Wilson again, in and out. Sanu with the rebound, too hard. And they come down with it. That's that height advantage for the Vikings. Penetration by Confessori, but a nice steal by Stolzenberg. And here comes East Brunswick. Mello to the right. Now he comes underneath, puts it up, and home. Got a nice spin on that.
Nice basket.
And East Brunswick with a lead, Phil.
Okay.
25-24, 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mayo, and over the top, they say. Shooting foul.
Okay. Mayo with the reach in there.
Say his second foul.
And Troy Confessor going to the line once again.
Confessori with 5 points. He's 1 for 2 from the line, misses the first here. Has another one. This is a 2-shot foul. And that shot, I thought it was going to be short, but it rolls in, and we are tied. And it's been this kind of game ever since toward the end of the second quarter, when East Brunswick, down by 10, ran off 11 points to take the lead. That shot missed by Mello. And Stolzenberg has really not even been shooting. So he's got to get more involved in the offense for the Bears. Tucci guarding closely.
They've been collapsing the big bodies down on Stolzenberg. They're much bigger than he is, and it's been very difficult.
Wilson with a beautiful move.
Okay.
And he has 7 points in this quarter. 7 of the 8 points for South Brunswick, and they're back on top 27-25 as we go back and forth here. Almost stolen, but back to Mello. Inside to Stolzenberg, turnaround, and puts it up, and he's fouled.
I'll tell you, he drew that foul, using a wide body there.
Scott Stolzenberg, 61% from the line on 17 out of 28.
And Scott has been a steadying force for the Bears all year. Had a big 15-point performance against Bridgewater Raritan. And as I said, the 6'2" senior is averaging approximately 10 points per game.
Hits the first. Draws East Brunswick closer. 27-26. Looking at a tie here as Johnson enters the game. Mello takes a rest for the Bears. And another one by Stolzenberg. His first 2 points of the game ties it once more. 27 all. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Pressure by East Brunswick this time.
That's for sure.
And they're going to say a foul by Stolzenberg.
I'll tell you, not a smart play there.
And he picks up his third, Phil. So
if you get it down, banging the bodies down below,
yeah,
where you do your work, that's one thing. But at the top of the key, on a reach in there.
Now, East Brunswick, I think, is going to give up something on defense here inside. You're going to have to watch Wilson and Toucher.
Well, they get more height, though, with Sullivan.
All right, let's see what they do here.
Hey, and it pays off.
Good block. And what do they say? Off Wilson, and a nice play by Sullivan. And East Brunswick gets the ball. Good call, Phil.
All right.
We are tied 27 all as Mayo brings the ball up. East Brunswick looking for a good shot here. Johnson. Bounce pass to Mayo. Excuse me, that's Brian. He goes strong. Nice pass off, but blocked well by Toucher. South Brunswick with it. Wilson to Confessori. Boy, they like to penetrate quickly. Toucher from the outside will not go, but there's the rebound.
Sanu.
And Wilson's going to put it up. That one's off. Toucher with a third rebound and puts it home.
I'll tell you, and it could have been one.
Toucher with his 10th point makes it 29-27 in favor of the Vikings. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tucci now, again in the game. Johnson to Sullivan. Brian puts it up, in and out, and down with it is number 12, Sean Lease. Confessori, Wilson, back to Sanu at the top of the key. Wilson is trying to be more into this game, and boy, I'll tell you what, they got to find an answer to stop him.
I'll tell you,
he suddenly has 9 points. And South Brunswick with a 4-point lead, 31-27 with 2:10 to go in the quarter. Nice pass inside.
Great pass.
Phil, pardon me, who made that pass?
That was Mayo to Sullivan.
Okay, Mayo with a beautiful pass, and with the basket, East Brunswick draws nearer 31-29. Pass off, up and in by Sanu.
I'll tell you, just a strong move.
So here we go with the point scoring, 33-29. Johnson blocked.
Sanu.
East Brunswick a little too anxious there. Confessori blocked this time by Sullivan again. That's his second block, but a foul on the rebound. Where East Brunswick has been hurt, Phil, is on those rebounds.
That's for sure. They got a lot of big bodies, the Vikings, and they're crashing those boards.
Johnson with the foul. That's the fourth by East Brunswick in this quarter, so they got to watch it. And South Brunswick only has one
Toucher.
team foul.
Yeah, Toucher is one of the guys who's done the jobs on the boards.
Misses the first of a two-shot foul. All right, we got wholesale changes here for the Bears. We got Codell coming in, number 42. We haven't seen him. That's Gutzik. Mello's back in. Tucci's in. and you've got Schuld in. So 5 substitutions. How often do you see that?
Really. And Gudzik, that's an East Brunswick name. Usually you associate that with the gridiron, though. Some great football players.
Anthony Gudzik. All right, Toucher with a second of a 2-shot foul. Hits it. And that makes the score 34-29. It's a 5-point lead. Almost stolen. Mello, they're going to call in for traveling, I believe. He had set his pivot foot shot, and then he removed it. So East Brunswick has to watch itself now as we come down to the latter portion of this third quarter. It's a 5-point margin. We were tied for a while. And they need a stop here.
Chris Ware dribbling out on top.
That is Lease. Toucher.
Wilson.
Inside, and he drew the foul, which is his job. And they're going to call Mello on that one. I believe it's his first. Boy, Armin Wilson went the entire first half without putting up a point, and now he's in a position here to add to his 9 points.
Well, the 6'3" senior has been their leading scorer this year, and quite athletic.
And this is the first. And makes the second part of a 2-shot foul. So it is a 6-point margin, 35-29, as we near a minute to go in the third quarter. Off the board, will not go. That was Schuld on that shot. They could have used that one. Wilson sets up shop, in and out. Codell with it. Here's Schuld again. Codell with a 3-point shot.
Mercy.
Won't go. Oh, and a little more hustle, and East Brunswick would have got that ball. Mello goes right into the cheerleaders.
I haven't seen Sullivan play that much. I'm not sure Bo wanted him to take that shot.
Perhaps not.
Let's see how many threes he has.
We haven't had any stoppage of play here in the third quarter, so to speak of. No timeouts. With the ball is Penix. Gives it back to Toucher at the top of the key. Wilson with yet another shot. Won't go. Toucher with the rebound, and we've said that a number of times.
Penix.
And if South Brunswick would like, they could hold for the last shot of this quarter. That is Wilson. And that's what they're going to do. Down to 10 seconds. Schuld guarding Wilson. Looks to Wilson and really doesn't have a good shot. Turnaround, though. And does not go in. And that's where we end the third quarter of play, Phil. 35-29. East Brunswick has to make up a 6-point margin.
Okay, and the Vikings come out in this third quarter and take the lead. And Jim, I believe we got the cheerleaders coming out to do a little performance for our audience.
Okay, and as the cameras look at them, let's join in. All right, there's a good shot.
Nice job.
And no one got hurt, thank God. Bethany Grasso, coach of the 2007-2008 edition of the East Brunswick cheerleading squad. Hard workers in their own right.
No doubt about it.
All right, we got a final quarter to play here with East Brunswick needing to make up a 6-point deficit. They were tied for a good portion of this third quarter, and then East Brunswick suddenly got cold on the outside. And South Brunswick really started to assert itself, especially Armand Wilson.
Armand Wilson, and as I said, you knew he would come to the front. He is their leading scorer and probably their one of their more athletic players and whatnot. And if you put up 27 points against Piscataway, then you know how to score.
All right. East Brunswick will begin the third quarter on defense as Toucher inbounds the ball. Pressured by the Bears. Penix, being guarded by Mayo. There's a bounce pass. Toucher at the top of the key. Gonna put it up. He gets good height on the ball. Oh, they say off East Brunswick.
And I tell you, Leash was reaching in there for the Vikings. I thought it might have gone off him.
That's what I thought. Weir back out to Penix, and they are going to call Mayo for a reach-in.
I'll tell you, Mayo being rather aggressive there, trying to force the turnover. And as you said, they got him for the reach-in, and that's his third foul, Jim.
A little cause for concern here, as Mayo's going to have to continue to be aggressive. Weir with the ball. He's guarded by Mello. Toucher. 35-29, South Brunswick. Won't go. This time it's bounced around. Mello comes down with it. East Brunswick needs to capitalize on these possessions. Mello drives hard, puts it home. Good hard work by Mike Mello.
I tell you, Mello willing that basket there.
And that was a good shot and an opportunity to complete a three-point play that would bring East Brunswick back to 3. That foul was charged by Toucher, his third. And
you look at Mike Mello, 6'1" senior, had a 14-point performance against Colonia.
Puts it home. And it's 35-32. 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Penix with the ball. And an offensive foul.
I'll tell you, give Mayo credit. Mayo drew that foul on Penix there. And Penix sort of put out his forearm there, and the official was right on it.
Right. Coach Joe Holman wanted Confessori to be in the game, but just a little late as he now enters for South Brunswick. Substitutions for the Bears. Codell in. Schold back in the game as he brings the ball across court. East Brunswick can tie this game with a three-pointer. Stolzenberg, he is in as well. Mello fakes it, puts it up. No, inside. It's the Stolzenberg will not go.
I'll tell you, not enough lift.
Almost stolen by Mayo. Opportunity lost for the Bears. Stolzenberg, he has but 2 foul shots, the leading scorer for the Bears, and that has been a problem. With it is Weir. Ball bounced off as a Mello, puts it up, and a blocking foul. Again, good hard work by Mike Mello.
Mike Mello doing a good job there, but he did dip that shoulder there. Fortunate not to be called for the offensive foul.
And he will have 2 shots as Weir picks up his second foul. Mike Mello looking to draw East Brunswick closer. They are down by 3. 6:41 to go in this game. 35-32 in favor of South Brunswick. Mello puts it home. He's been to the line 6 times.
Okay.
5 times, actually. He's 4 for 5.
10 points, 1 more point. He'll tie what he had in Asbury Park.
And that one falls. Kind of an unorthodox shot.
No arch.
But he's 5 for 6 from the line, and that's what counts. Wilson, he draws a foul off of Schold. And that's the third on Dustin. Wilson once more will go to the line, shooting 2. 35-34. East Brunswick down by a point. And obviously possessions now will become critically important here. Shot up by Wilson and good. Second one good as well. So a 3-point lead again for South Brunswick. Schold drives to Mayo. Gets a handle on it. It's a tough one-on-one man-to-man defense by South Brunswick.
That's for sure.
Stolzenberg will not fall.
I got away with the walk anyway.
Yeah, he did. And Wilson now brings the ball up. With it is Confessori. Under 6 minutes to play, and they lose. No, I'll say it was off East Brunswick.
Mayo got a hand on it. Okay, Sullivan comes out. Excuse me, Mike Kodal comes out. Brian comes in.
Confessori, Mayo guarding him. Puts it up and in. Beautiful shot.
And I tell you, Confessori just want to take Mayo to school right there.
Yeah, he finished.
Mayo's done an excellent job with Confessori defensively and whatnot, but Troy Confessori decided, hey, listen, I'm going to go to the basket and draw the foul as well.
And that foul by Mayo gives him 4 now. Makes the lead 5, 39-34, as Confessori looks to extend it to 6, and he does. So it is 40-34. East Brunswick again down by 6 points, and they're going to have to chop away. Tucci, bounce pass stolen by Sanu, and then it's off him. Bears need points. Inbounds, that was a set play. Stolzenberg finally puts it home, and he's fouled. And boy, did they need that one.
They needed that big time, that's for sure.
That foul was on Wilson, his 3rd.
And you see Scott, he's a bulky, listed at 6'2", I'm not sure, but certainly a wide body.
That shot off the rim will not go, and it remains 40-36, a 4-point deficit for East Brunswick. 5.5 minutes remaining in the game. South Brunswick holding on to the lead. Very important game for each of these teams as they look to qualify for the state tournament. And another shot by Wilson. Boy, he's really turned it on here in the second half. 42-36, and you got to think that Bo Henning is concerned about this lead now. Shot up. Oh, they called traveling on Mello, and that's got to be a timeout for East Brunswick. They do call. So with 5:05 remaining in the game, it is 42-36 South Brunswick, and let's listen in on Bo Henning.
Trailing him on that cut every time. You let him make the first move, right? He throws it. They throw it to the wing, and you're waiting for him to make the cut. You have to jump to the ball. Make him use the other side of the screen, okay? Come on. All right. You guys all right with that matchup, the two of you?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, you know they kick and shoot it a little bit, right? They come back with the other postman, then Mike will go that way. All right, hey, make sure we don't try and get us back in the game by yourself. Make sure we're sharing the ball in that, okay? It's much easier that way. Now, when we score, or if we get a dead ball situation especially, be heads up if I call 34 and it's just 1 in the backcourt, then it's got to be stingy 24 in the other end, okay? They were in what?
1-3-1.
1-3-1 extended. We should have been in sliders, okay? Make sure that if you are the opposite forward, you're breaking hard, you catch and turn and face. Scott's going to have the defense stretched, all right? All right, come on, let's get some stops.
Oh, really?
Okay. Okay, you heard Bo Henning. East Brunswick not in a desperate situation, but certainly needing points here and needing to deny South Brunswick.
Really?
Which they haven't this second half, especially Armand Wilson.
You're right, they need to create some turnovers.
Who has 14 points. Confessori with the ball.
Okay, Tucci on Confessor.
And they can afford to take their time. I think after the game, I'm going to go up and ask how this guy pronounces his name, just so that you and I can settle this.
because I'm going to say continues to say the way it feels.
Toucher back in the game.
He walked.
Weir, yeah, he sure did walk.
Wow.
And got away with that one. But he puts it home, and it's an 8-point lead now for South Brunswick as they stretch this margin. East Brunswick needs to put shots up. Scholl lost his dribble. Mayo's got to have to come into the game.
Ooh.
Mello sets it up. Will not go. Stolzenberg with it, however.
Good,
and
strong
puts
move.
A reverse layup.
I'll tell you.
44-38.
Scott heating up.
Toucher in the corner. That's Weir. Will not go. Mello down with it. Tucci open inside. There he is. And he puts it home.
Offensive foul. No basket.
Wow. That sure didn't look like an offensive foul to me.
And a technical.
On who?
I don't know. Somebody must have objected. I didn't catch it.
Well, Henning's holding on to the ball, glaring at the official.
Hey, he didn't agree with the offensive foul there. Bo is rather mild manner.
I didn't think it was an offensive foul. Tucci had a clear lane. Well, they're going to call it on him, and that's going to be real difficult for East Brunswick. And not only are they down by 6 points now, but Toucher now is going to have a chance to put 2 in, and they're going to get the ball. Excuse me, I think this is the part they're going to have 1-on-1. That was the 1-on-1 they missed, I believe. No, that was a double bonus. So they has
2 in to get the ball.
Right. No, they're going to have 2 shots after this, are they not? Yeah. Okay. No, I'll take that back.
Right.
All right. So Toucher makes 1 of 2 to make the score 45-38 with 3:51 to go in the game, and they get the ball, and that is a crusher for the Bears. With it is Wilson, top of the key. He's got 14 points all in this half. And if you're looking for a reason for this turnaround, that's pointed at him.
Okay, Brian with the knockout there.
Phil, what do you see East Brunswick has to do here?
Well, they have to play tough defense, make some stops, and then put it up on the offensive board.
Not what just happened.
Okay, Toucher again, geez.
He's got 13 points. And it's 47-38. 3:10 to go in these games.
Oh,
Stolen
nice
again by
steal,
Sanu. He's going to take it to the hoop.
Oh, he tried to jam it.
And it didn't happen.
He tried to jam it.
But you know what? South Brunswick got the ball on that.
And Sanu, I talked about his athletic ability and whatnot. Jamming, a few people are looking at him for football.
Is he a senior or a junior?
He's a junior.
Okay.
But he will graduate sort of early and whatnot.
Okay.
A young man that came from Africa, lived in Cerebral and a number of places. A smart kid at that, so he's not behind because of academics. He's behind because he's moved around so much.
Well, he's settled in nicely here for South Brunswick as they hold on to a 9-point lead and have the ball. So even though Sanu missed that dunk, the ball bounced off an East Brunswick player, and so here you go, South Brunswick with the ball, and they can afford to slow things down
They can take some air out of it.
And Confessori is a good ball handler, as we've seen. He pulls up, and who's the foul on?
Underneath. Against the Vikings.
That's Wilson. I think that's his 4th foul. So if East Brunswick has any chance of making a run here, no, check that. That's on number 12.
I thought it's just a 16th foul. That's all.
Yeah.
So
no shot.
No shot yet.
All right. East Brunswick has Mayo and Bryan bringing the ball up. And they need some points from the outside. Oh, and who loses the handle on that? East Brunswick. Unfortunately for Gutzik, he was looking the other way. And a timeout by South Brunswick. I think that's the first timeout they've called tonight.
Okay, and if you look at South Brunswick there, I'll tell you, if you take a look at South, when you see Bobby Henning there, who's certainly done a good job. Joe Holman, just his first year, and he had to come in and replace Chris Ballant, who moved on to Lisbeth, which is really fertile as a basketball area there. But you got to give Holman credit. I think he's done a fairly solid job after losing as many players as he did and all the championships that they were involved in.
Right.
As he said, he admitted that Bobby Henning is such a great assist as an assistant coach. So they're building again.
Yes, they are. And the Vikings will inbound the ball. Check that. Yes, Toucher will inbound the ball. Excuse me, Wilson will inbound the ball. We'll get it straight. With a lead of 47-38, South Brunswick has 2:40 to go in the game, and a foul by Gutzik. So East Brunswick playing the foul game now.
Yeah, but they're going to shoot two. The Vikings get to shoot two because they're in the penalty.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough road for them. So on the line is Sean Lease, who has not scored a point in this game. And sinks the first. It is a 10-point margin for the Vikings. Good on the second. I will tell you that South Brunswick has been fairly good from the line tonight. They have a 49-38 lead. Mayo pulls up, finds nothing, and East Brunswick still retains the ball.
And you can expect some threes to go up now, Jim.
I would think so. They need points fast. And
close to 5.
Pressure. Tucci underneath, bounce pass to nobody. And Toucher comes up with it now, Confessori. Lease to Sanu. That's Confessori. To Wilson. Good ball movement by the Vikings. Looking for the open door here. Back door, I should say. And there it is. And Confessori draws the foul.
I think it's on Bryant.
We have 1:59 left to go in this game. South Brunswick with a 49-38 lead. That matches their biggest lead of the game.
And you talked about Troy Confessori. He has really done a nice job at the point guard position amidst a lot of pressure being placed on him, but he's handled himself very well.
And that goes in by Confessori.
I have him with 10.
Okay. And he sinks both. 51-38. And the gym gets rather quiet here as South Brunswick continues to extend its lead. Stolzenberg with it. Still guarded tightly. Tucci from the corner. Will not go. Down with it comes Wilson. And South Brunswick in the driver's seat now as Confessori crosses the midcourt line. Almost stolen by Gutzik. All right, we're going to have a new player for East Brunswick. That's Riccio, Mike Riccio, number 24, seeing his first action tonight.
Okay, the junior guard.
Toucher gives to Wilson. A lot of passing going on here. Confessori nearing a minute to play in the game. South Brunswick willing to pass the ball around until there's an open man underneath. And there's Wilson with an open shot, puts it up and in.
Quite a second half for Wilson.
And I'll tell you what, they do move the ball well.
They do.
Yeah. 53-38. 50 seconds to go.
And Wilson almost with the steal. Gets a nice pat from Joe Holman.
Well, nice effort, especially in the second half.
And considering the game's over, to be hustling, you're right.
15 points on the night. Leading scorer after having no points in the first half. That's quite an accomplishment. Mayo to Stolzenberg. He takes it from the outside and hits. And a timeout immediately called by East Brunswick as they narrow the score to 53-40. 37 seconds to go in the contest. And
Bo takes his timeout with a purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he knows he's not going to win this game, but he's always strategizing and whatnot. Finding if you find yourself in a close game at the end of the game, what we're going to do, and make sure that they carry it out.
Okay. So East Brunswick, unless they pull off a miracle, is going to find itself saddled with a 3-6 record, and they're going to have to win some games here in order to be able to qualify for the state playoffs. You know, Bo Henning talked about that at the beginning of the game.
Well, I don't have a schedule with me. But
no, I don't either.
They have some tough ones coming up, I know, and they got the McCarricks and those people they got to have to deal with. Yeah. Piscataway is very tough.
Very tough.
Yeah.
So they will inbound the ball. And Wilson with it. Tucci. And called with for the foul.
And you go to the line to shoot two.
And that's the problem there. East Brunswick's collected a lot of fouls in the third quarter. And now South Brunswick, every time they're hit with a foul, goes to the line shooting two. Wilson adding to his point total, now 15 points on the night, with a chance to add one more. Makes the score 54-40. 33 seconds remaining in this game. Pretty much a foregone conclusion now. That ball rolls in. And what do we got here? Substitution. Sanu comes in, and Wilson takes a seat.
Wilson takes a well-deserved seat. He's done a nice job the second half.
55-40. Stolzenberg gives to Tucci. Bounce pass nice into Stolzenberg. And another timeout.
Okay. Well, that's coaching.
Well, you know what? Let's listen to Bo Henning.
Okay.
See why he took this timeout.
Mara, were you the floater last time? Yeah. Float further back, okay? Further back. All right, hey. Whose man got it inbounds this last time? Was that yours? Came down and got it inbound? Yeah, we don't. Right now, you can play flat-out denial with your back to the basket, and he shouldn't beat you down to the ball, okay? Because we have a floater back there. Floater may even be as far as mid-court or back. Yeah, okay? Now, if they get it in, you play tough there. We're not going to put them on the line just to stop the clock here. But I want to see if we can get a steal off the inbounds play, okay? Then we'll just pressure like hell, see if we get a steal off of that, okay? All right, come on, keep hustling.
The eternal optimist.
Well, the eternal coach. That's what it's about. Bo Henning's been the same. Very, very seldom do you see him panic, and he's always coaching regardless of what the situation.
All right. 20 seconds left in the game. East Brunswick down by 13 points, 55-42. And you heard Bo Henning. They're going to try to pressure a steal here, but if they get it in, which they do, to just back off. Oh, actually, Confessori took his eye off the ball and lost it. And then call it a steal, call it what you want. But East Brunswick has the ball back. So Mayo will inbounds with 17 seconds. With it is Riccio. Mayo. Stolzenberg. Turnaround. Puts it up and in. No. It's a little too hard. And looks to me like that's going to do it, Phil.
Okay.
2-1. And that's the final score. South Brunswick winning in the second half primarily. Go away on the 16-point effort by Armin Wilson, 55-42. So the Bears now find themselves with a 3-6 record, while South Brunswick now ups its record to 5-3. As you can just tell by listening to those records, this was quite an important game for both teams. This is
an important game for both teams, and you got to give credit to the Vikings and Joe Holman. They did a nice job, came into the beer den and got a win that they really needed. The Bears, on the other hand, have to go back to the board, so to speak, and whatnot. They played tough, they played scrappy, and so forth. They just got to get some of those shots to fall down. But they played tough.
All right, so the final score tonight here from East Brunswick High School, South Brunswick coming in and winning 55-42 over the Bears. That's going to do it this evening. For Jimmy Allinder, for Phil Hill. I am a little rusty. Okay, for Phil Hill, this is Jimmy Allinder saying thanks for being with us.